If you don't go and sell your time on what's called a job, if you have no employment, then you won't have an income. And if you have no income, then the food won't come in, and therefore you'll starve and you'll die. But I mean, that's one approach to eating. And I'm not talking about depending on any other fleshly, earthly being. Actually, when we judge people, it always returns back to us. And that's a good point to stop and look at that being true. Because the one with a job will tell the one without a job that they should go and get a job so that they don't have to depend on someone else to provide for them what it is that they are under the impression that they need or want. But the one with the job has to go and clock in on the job, satisfactorily meet the quotas at the job in a timely fashion, and wait for the scheduled pay date from the job and exercise the dependency on the job to go and get the things that they desire and require or think they do. So therefore, the one with the job who has diagnosed this other entity without the job as a dependent, inconsistent being of not operating at full capacity or power has actually found the presentation recreated, remolded, refashioned, however you want to say it, of themselves. You are on a job chasing coins by selling your time. It's not you at full capacity. That's you in desperation. That's you in compromise. That's you inside of a lowly expression of what life is. That's you not knowing that you were born for the gift of overflow. That's you not embracing and accepting the abundance and the provision that flows freely to you. But since you don't, your hands must stay preoccupied with striving. Or you'll be left to die in your paradigms because you don't hold the knowledge or even the inkling that what it is that you say you want or need will be provided to you by the one who has established you inside of this field of experience. You say silly things like when your children need something, you say, well, I laid down and I had them kids. These pseudo moments of epiphanies for us where we say things, that are commendable, really applaudable. But if you look at us a week later, just may be completely invisible from our presentation. He said, I laid down and I had them kids. How I'm gonna lead them out here messed up like that? I got to do what I got to do because it's my responsibility because I'm the one brought them here. Cool. Now, remain in that. Now, it was very, very convenient for you, apparently, for you to make such a presentation for you in that moment that you made it. But when your child is 25, when your child is 18, 19, and on a countless run of mistakes, I would love to double back on you, and I would love for you to have that same mentality, because that would mean that you are willing and actively loving your child, and that would make me happy. But oftentimes, that's not what we find. We find that these pseudo moments of commendable statements that make us applaudable in front of people oftentimes are not what we live by, and that is only found in the evidence of what we do in the moments that reveal those theoretical situations after they have came physical. And we are left with the evidence of what it is that we would actually do in those situations. But even then, most of us still don't see it. Even then, most of us still deny the fact that in those tangible moments that used to be theoretical, there is a version of ourself that is opposite of who we said we would be in that moment. And rather than us take accountability and say, hey, I thought I knew what I would do, but when I got in that moment, I felt some feelings that I didn't account for. And in feeling those feelings, I had some reactions that led me to operate in ways that I could not necessarily foresee coming. No, that's been too much for us.